Prithviraj. I am our physics teacher. In our last class we have read types of friction, right? In our last class we have read types of friction, what is friction and all. In this particular class we will learn factors affecting friction, like what all factors can reduce or can increase friction, or what is the effect of friction. By friction what all things we can do. These two things we will learn in this chapter, and I hope you are doing your homeworks, you are reading, right? Now we will perform an activity. Okay, this activity is to determine effects of roughness on frictional force. Effect of roughness on frictional force. The object is saying, what all things it's saying is that first set up an inclined plane. We need to set up an inclined plane. Let me do this. We have set up an inclined plane. Now what we will do, we have to take a marble. We have to take a marble ball. Okay, fine marble ball we will take. We will place it over there. What we will see, it will come like this. It will go on, right? It will move on. At some point it will stop. So what we need to do, we need to measure the distance. How much distance it covered. Now what we will do, after that, here, first observation what we will do, we will just make it go on the floor. Okay. But in second case what we will do, we will place a cloth. What we will place, students? A cloth. Make sure the cloth is clean. Okay, there are no like humps are there. It should be pure, it should be clean, okay? Okay. Now we will see how much is going on. At first what we have to see, at first we have to measure the distance. In the second case also we will measure the distance. In both of the cases, after measuring the distance, what we have observed, that in the first case the marble moved a lot of distance as compared to the second one. Why is it so? This is also a plane surface. Then why this thing is happening? Students, you need to learn. There are a lot of surfaces which are there, which for our eyes it is looking plain, but still it is not that plain. It has small irregularities in it. When we magnify it, we will see it is having interlocks in between it, which will increase the friction. So here, from this particular example, we concluded that as plain the surface is, the friction decreases. You need to remember, if the plane like irregularity decreases, then the friction will also decrease. If roughness increases, then friction will also increase. So first point I can write, the effects of roughness on force is directly proportional. What I will write is directly proportional. Effects of roughness on friction is directly proportional. It is never easy. It is never easy. I hope you are clear. Okay. Next is, students, why is this thing is happening? There is a little bit explanation given over here. If you do the above activity by replacing cloth with a marble surface or a glass surface, can you predict the distance covered by the pencil cell or whatever? You can conclude the smoothness and roughness of the surface, both the floor and glass marble, could affect the distance traveled by it. many surfaces look like perfect plane, there exist many ups and downs on them. So friction is caused by the irregularities on two surfaces which are in contact. Irregularities on the two surfaces look into one another. When we attempt to move any surface, we have to apply a force to overcome the interlocking. On rough surface, there exists a large number of irregularities and hence the force of friction is greater if a rough surface is involved. Whatever things I have explained, the same thing is given over there. So please go through the particular paragraph up to page number 23. Now, activity number 4, effects of area of contact on frictional force. What we need to see, students? Now we will see effects of area of contact on frictional force. To perform this activity, what are things we need? We need a spring balance, we need a brick, we need a brick, we need a spring balance. Okay? Let me draw the diagram. We will take one brick, piece of brick. Now we will tie, okay, and we will keep one spring balance upon it. Okay? One spring balance upon it. Now try to pull it. This is the holder. Now what we will do? You have to just pull it. After pulling, what you can see here, the spring balance will move. The more it moves, you will see the more force it has been applied. Okay? Here as you can see, the total brick is in contact with surface. So we will have little bit force upon it. Yes, we will have little bit force upon it. Okay. So this is our first thing. Second thing, what we will do, we will just change the position of the brick. We will change the position of the brick. Now again we have tied it. We will try to pull it. We will try to pull it. Again it will have some force. Like the frictional force has been applied. See, if you are pulling it in this direction, friction will make it move in that direction. If you are pulling it in this direction, friction will say to move it in that direction. So the amount of force we are applying will be visible in this spring balance. Okay? So students, in both of the cases what we have observed, the force applied is same. The force applied is same. So here we can conclude that frictional force is independent of area of contact. Frictional force is independent of area of contact. Whatever may be the area of contact, if mass is same, then friction will be same. Okay? Okay. Next. Effect of normal force on friction. Effect of Students, what is effect? What is normal force? If you want to understand, please go and watch my previous classes of force. There you will get it. What is normal force? Normal force is nothing but the force applied by the surface upon the object kept upon it perpendicularly. Okay? So here the same example we will take, the brick as well as the surface. So normal force is in this direction. Okay? So students, now suppose this is only single brick. Again we will put what the spring balance. We will put the spring balance. We will try to pull it. Okay, we will try to pull it down. When we will pull it, we will observe amount of force. How much amount of force? Suppose we pull it down, we gave 5 Newton of force. How much force? 5 Newton of force we have applied. Now, I will just increase the count of brick. I will put another brick upon that. Now I will try to move it. It won't move. On 5 Newton it won't move. If you want to move it, you have to apply 15 Newton of force. Why? Because in both the cases what you can see is, if normal force is increased, normal force when it will increase? See, the weight means the mass. If mass increased, then upon the point the force will also increase, the normal force. If normal force is increased, then frictional force will also increase. Just you have to think, if the object is more weight, then you have to apply more force to what? Make it move. If it is having less weight, then you can easily move it. So friction force will also decrease. So here it has been concluded that normal force directly proportional to frictional force. Normal force is directly proportional to frictional force. If it decreases, that will decrease. If that is increasing, it will also increase. Did you get it? Yes. Now an important question. Is friction necessary? Is friction necessary? Very easy. See, friction is causing to move an object, like it is stopping a moving object. Okay, it is wearing out our boots. Tire is getting punctured. Lot of things are happening because of friction. So it should not be there, right? No, wrong. Friction is necessary at some point. Try to walk on a muddy surface, slippery surface. Why do you find it difficult to walk on slippery surface? See, why friction is necessary, we will understand. Suppose in a floor, mud is there. Very fine surface that is. Or you can do what? You can put oil and try to walk upon the surface. Can you do that? Can you do that? No, you cannot do. Why? If you try to walk upon that, you will slip. So if friction is not there, you cannot walk upon the surface. It will hit hard. Right? First thing. Second thing. Try to write upon a slippery surface. Upon a cover if you want to write. Can you write? No. If book is not providing a frictional force to your ball bearing, then your pen won't move upon the surface. Even on your pencil also you cannot write anything upon the glass. To write, we must need that kind of things like your color pencils and all, markers and all. But here you cannot write. Why? Because that is giving no friction. You cannot write. So without friction you cannot write. Without friction you cannot walk. Okay? Okay, even somebody pushes a car, we will not be able to stop it applying brakes. Carpenter will not be able to smoothen the surface if there will not hold any appliance of the hammer. And again students, suppose you want to, here what is, can I make it simple? Okay, if you want to push a car, okay, you want to push a car, the surface on which you are standing, that is slippery, can you push it? No, you yourself will go back. So what you want to do, you just keep a hold. You will take a hold upon a wall or something and try to move it. So it will give you more power. So that is what the uses of friction. So friction is a necessary evil. Either, although it is an evil, it is very much necessary for all of us. And again, another important thing is, if you are moving fast with bicycle or bike, if you won't apply brake, it won't stop. If brake is not rough, then it won't stop, right? To stop it, what it should be? The brake, the bearings which you are using, brake pads, that should be rough. If it is plain, it won't stop your vehicle, it won't stop your cycle or bike, right? So friction is very much necessary for all of us. And what is the effect of friction? Students, friction will give us heat. If you want to rub your hands, if you rub it hard, what you will feel? It is hot. So because of friction, what heat is also produced. So I hope in this class you have learned a lot. In our upcoming classes we will learn how to reduce friction or how to increase friction. We will read our next class and we will read fluid friction as well. Okay? So until then, bye bye, and your homework will be read everything up to activity number 5. Okay students?